Hi friends, welcome back. Today we are going to solve LeetCode problem 2394 employees with deductions. So this is another popular SQL coding interview problem on LeetCode that we are going to go through today. We are going to understand this problem with few examples and we are also going to implement our SQL query solution to solve this coding problem. If you are new to this channel, please subscribe to this channel now. Also click on the bell notification icon button right away so you won't miss any important postings from this channel. Here we create videos and content to help others in their interview preparation and learning different computer science related concepts, data structures, algorithms, problem solving, logic building, programming and coding. So let's start. So two tables are given to us, employees and logs. So in employees table, we have employee ID is int, needed hours is int. Employee ID is the primary key for this table. Each row contains the ID of an employee and minimum number of hours needed for them to work to get their salary. And logs table has employee IDs in time is date time, out time is date time. Employee ID in time, out time is the primary key for this table. Each row of this table shows the timestamps for an employee. In time is the time the employee started to work and out time is the time when employee ended the work. All the times are in October 2022. Out time can be one day after in time, which means that the employee worked after the midnight. Okay. So in a company, each employee must work a certain number of hours every month. Employees work in sessions. The number of hours an employee worked can be calculated from the sum of the number of minutes the employee worked in all of their sessions. The number of minutes in each session is rounded up. For example, if the employee worked for 51 minutes and 2 seconds, then we'll consider it as a 52 minutes. So we are rounding it up. Okay. Write SQL query to report the IDs of employees that will be deducted. In other words, report the IDs of the employees that did not work the needed hours. Return the result table in any order. The query result format is in the following example. So we want to find out IDs of the employees that did not work the needed hours. Okay. So those employees will be deducted. Okay. So that's what we want to find out. So let's understand this with this example, right? So employees table and logs table. So there are three employees, 1, 2, 3. These are their needed hours, 20, 12 and 2, right? So you can see that this employee 1, he worked in these three different sessions, right? So if you take a look at these timings, right, they have explained it here for employee 1. So these are the three sessions. So the first session is for 8 hours, right? So this session is starting at 9 and it is ending at 17. So it is 8 hours. The session is second session is 9:05:04 and it is ending it in 17:09:03, which means that it is 8 hours and 4 minutes. And the third session is 4 hours and 1 minute, right? So total he worked 20 hours and 5 minutes, right? If you calculate the total, all these hours that he worked here, right, these are the hours of employee 1. So if you calculate the total, it is 20 hours and 5 minutes. It is more than the 20 hours. He is required to work 20 hours. He worked more than that, so he will not be deducted. Correct, he will not be deducted because he already worked more than the needed hours, right? The employee 2, he worked for 11 hours and 59 minutes, right? His needed hours are 12 hours, so it means that he worked less than that needed hours, so he will be deducted. So we have to include that in output because we want to find out all the employees that will be deducted because they worked less than the needed hours. The employee 3, so this is employee 2. Employee 3 did not work at all, so he will be deducted because he is supposed to work for 2 hours, required to work for 2 hours. He did not work, so he will be deducted. So you will add 3 also in the output. Okay. So this is what the problem says. So you understood this problem clearly, I hope, with this example, right? So write SQL query to report IDs of employees that will be deducted. In other words, report the IDs of employees that did not work for the needed hours. So these needed hours are given to us. So we have to compare, we have to first take the sum of all these hours, these minutes that they worked here, and then we have to convert it into hours, and then we have to compare it with the needed hours, right? So that we can find out which employees should be deducted, correct? So here is the SQL query solution for this problem. So excuse me. So we are going to be using in the from clause employees e, we are going to be left join with logs L. Because why we are left join? Because irrespective of there is any logs for that employee or not, we always want all the employees in the output, right? So we want to consider all the employees, not in the output, we want to consider all the employees, right? That's why we have used left join. Now here we are going to be joining these two tables on employee id. E dot employee id is equal to L dot employee id, because employee id column is common, right? It's here, it's here. So that's how we will be joining it. Now we have to group it, these records, on e dot employee id, so that we can use the aggregate sum function, correct? Having coalesce sum seal, right? Because we want to round up, so we use seal function. Timestamp diff, so we'll use timestamp diff function so that we can calculate the timestamp difference. We will calculate it in seconds, right? Seconds. So the unit of difference is second. L dot in time and L dot out time. So you will get the difference in second. You want to convert it into hours, so you have to divide it by 60, again divide it by 60. So you are converting the seconds into hours, right? And comma 0, because if it is null means that employee never worked, then it should give you 0. And if it is less than the max e dot needed hours, right? So these needed hours are there, right? So 20 hours for employee 1, 12 hours for employee 2. So we'll get the maximum from needed hours for that employee, order by null. So you will get all the employee dot employee IDs who will be deducted, because you will get all the employees who were less than their needed hours here, correct? So here we are calculating, so let me remove this. So here in this having clause we are calculating how much hours they worked here, right? So how many hours they worked we are calculating here basically by using timestamp diff in seconds. Then we are dividing it by 3600, which means that 60 divided by 60 is 3600. Then we are going to be using seal function because we want to round it up, and then sum function so that we get the total number of hours for all the sessions. And we'll use coalesce function so that if it is null, then you will just convert it into 0, right? And then if it is less than the needed hours, then it means that they did not actually meet the requirement of needed hours, right? So you want to report them, basically they will be deducted in that case, correct? So this is how you can solve this coding problem on LeetCode 2394 employees with deductions, another popular SQL coding interview question, correct? So I hope you understood this SQL query solution clearly. So here the important things to note here is that we use left join, we have used group by and having clause, we have used coalesce, sum, seal functions, timestamp diff function, correct, and max function as well. So I hope you like this SQL query solution and you understood it as well. Make sure you know how timestamp diff function works. This is the unit of difference, right? You can specify second, minute, hour. Try to practice with this kind of examples, so you will learn more how that functions work. Sum is another aggregate function we have used here so that we can calculate the total number of hours they worked actually, right? So I'll add this SQL query solution for you in my GitHub repository and give you the link of my GitHub repository in the description section so that you can check it out. There are lots of other important programming and algorithmic solutions available there for you in the GitHub repository. Those are important ones from interview perspective. They will give you more insight and ideas about how to do the implementations of different problems in interviews. So make sure you go through them. If you like the programming solutions in the GitHub repository, consider giving it a star on the GitHub repository. That would be great. If you are new to this channel, there is a very important coding interview related playlist we have created to help your interview rounds. It is called as LeetCode and LeetCode solutions. More than 200 most frequently asked very important coding interview problems are compiled for you under one playlist. Those problems are asked by many big companies including Google, Facebook, Amazon, Apple, Microsoft, Yahoo, many times in their past interviews. They are very important coding interview problems. Make sure you go through all of them, understand them thoroughly. If you go through all those videos and problems, you are going to learn a lot about data structures, algorithms, problem solving, logic building, programming and coding. It will also help you learn lots of new techniques, new ways of problem solving. So do check out the solve coding problems. The name of the playlist is LeetCode and LeetCode solutions. Now, if you are a fresher, junior level developer and you want to practice more coding problems for your interviews, to help you with your practicing, we have created 3 other playlists for you here on this channel. The names of those playlists are Code Forces, Code Chef, Coder. If you go to the playlist of this channel, you will find those playlists listed out there. Lots of interesting, important and exciting problems are waiting for you there. If you like this SQL query solution, how we have solved this coding problem, then please give it a thumbs up to the video, give it a like to this video, subscribe to this channel. Subscriptions are very important because that's how the videos can reach to other people. So others will also be able to watch and learn from this channel. So do subscribe to this channel, share this content with all your friends so they will also learn programming and coding and problem solvings. Click on the bell notification icon button right away so you won't miss any important postings from this channel. Here we create content and videos to help others in their interview preparation and learning different computer science related concepts. If you want to learn more data structures, you want to learn more algorithms, you want to learn more programming and coding, then there are lots of solved coding problems videos that you can use for it. The important varieties covered here includes dynamic programming, graphs, matrices, binary search trees, breadth first search, depth first search, cadence algorithm, binary search algorithm, Kruskal's algorithm, Dijkstra algorithm, sliding window algorithm. There are lots of other important data structures related coding interview problems are also available for you here on this channel, including stacks, queues, priority queues, hash table, hash map, tree set, hash set, linked hash map, linked hash set, arrays, linked list, all are important problems. Those are selective coding questions. Those are asked by big tech companies in their recent rounds of interviews to the mid-level and junior level positions. So make sure you go through them, understand them completely. They will give you good preparation for your interview rounds, will help you learn more concepts of computer science and programming. If you are planning to take any Java J2E interviews, there are lots of Java J2E related videos we have created on this channel to help others. For example, frequently asked Java telephonic interview questions and how to answer them. Java design patterns, Java architecture, SQL programming questions to the freshers where they will give you database tables. They will ask you to write SQL queries where you may have to use different database related concepts like inner join, outer join, left outer join, right outer join, aggregate operations, group band having clauses, different where clause conditions, important windowing and ranking functions along with partitioning. Everything is explained on this channel with examples, SQL queries for your easier and clear understandings. There are videos that discusses Unix questions which are recently asked to the freshers. For example, Unix commands, Unix utilities, shell scripting questions all are here on this channel for you to help you in your interview preparation and learning process. If these videos are useful and helpful for you, you are learning more programming, coding, problem solvings, then please do leave your messages, feedback and comments below these videos. Your feedback and messages are very important for us. They increase our motivation to create more quality content videos on this channel to help others so others can also learn programming and problem solvings. If you want us to create videos about any specific computer science, Java J2E or interview related topics, then mention those topics as well in the below comments section so that we can create those videos for you here. Soon we are going to be bringing lots of interesting and important database fundamentals of PL SQL programming and Unix scripting videos to help others on this channel. You can learn how to create stored procedures, functions, triggers, what are they, what is the importance of them in PL SQL programming, how to solve PL SQL coding questions, what are the important functions to know and remember, what are the important concepts you will need to solve those PL SQL programming questions. So we are going to be demonstrating all of those things with practical real-time examples so that you can easily understand those problems and how to implement their solutions. We are also going to be explaining in those videos important Unix commands, Unix utilities, and how to use them in practical examples, right? So stay tuned to this channel, keep checking out the newly added videos here. Lots of interesting videos are going to be coming soon for you on this channel. Keep learning, keep coding, keep solving more varieties of coding problems, and most importantly, keep your learning process and practicing going on continuously. And thanks for watching these videos.